Welcome today for this 5-minute show. We are going to travel back in time.
To question
the Georges
about the events leading up to the Revolutionary War. Now come with us into this time machine, and here we go. Oops, wrong place. We are experiencing technical difficulties.
Can we please stay? That T-Rex over there looks like it wants to give us a hug.
Can we just get out of here? Alright, folks, on this episode of Jeopardy, we have the all-famous Georges of the war on this side. On the other side are these children. What are your names? Can we just start? Somebody didn't have their coffee, and by the way, no! I'm a kid. I don't drink coffee. Whatever. Let's get started. Finally, shut your face! Now let's get started with the X. The first question is, what were the Townshend Acts and when were they enacted?
Wait, aren't we supposed to choose how much these are worth?
No! I choose.
The Townshend Acts were enacted in the year of 1768, and there are acts on things such as glass, paper, paint, oil, lead, and tea.
That is 100 points for kids. Next question, please. And her name is Team Education. Now to the Georges. What was the Sugar Act and when wasn't it enacted?
The Sugar Act placed tax on molasses and sugar, and it was enacted in the year of 1764.
That is 100 points for Team George. Now to speed it up, a bonus question. What are all the major acts that helped bring the American Revolution, and what new rules did they bring? Just go back and forth. Team Education, you start. By the way, each correct answer is worth 100 points.
The Intolerable Acts were acts that basically were the last straw. They brought about things like closing down Boston Harbor and...
Good. Georges?
The Stamp Act brought about taxes on any paper you needed to get a British official stamp, which cost extra money.
Jaden?
Yeah, well, the Tea Act was an act which tried to sell tea to the colonists. However, because the Townshend Acts were still in place, the colonists were furious. It led to the Boston Tea Party.
The Currency Act made the colonists not allowed to make their own money.
All right, well, we're out of time for acts, so there was also, just so you know, there was the Quartering Act, the Boston Port Act, the Admiration of Justice Act, the Quebec Act, the Declaratory Act, and the Massachusetts Government Act. Now, anyone know what those did?
Well, the Quartering Act forced colonists to keep soldiers in their homes. The Massachusetts Government Act replaced the judges in the colonies, and everything else I don't know.
Time for Congresses. The Stamp
Act
Congress and the First Continental Congress. By the way, don't forget the Second Continental Congress. Okay, time for other things.
Laws and resolutions. Boston Non-Importation
Agreement. And
okay, I think we need to let the Georges go for a while.
There's the Age of Enlightenment,
which was important for John Locke
to create the social contract theory. What about Declaration and Resolves, the Boston Massacre, and the first Virginia Constitution?
What's the Boston Massacre? It is when colonists were protesting against the acts, and British troops went to silence the protesters. Not too many people died.
There was still the Gaspee Affair, French and Indian War, which was not actually a war between the French and Indians, but instead it was the French and Indians versus the British.
Alright, we're out of time, and that was pretty good. Even I learned something here.
What about the points?
Points? Bye. Portal.
And we're back. See you next time.